CollabraSpace is a software product and services company. They have a laser-like focus on connecting people and processes and data in a secure collaboration space. Today on Next Generation Leader, we're going to talk to Ray Schwemmer. Ray is the CEO of CollabraSpace, and he's had this challenging job of managing technology change and creating a workspace that was consistently voted one of the greatest places to work. Ray, welcome.
Thank you.
First, I want to talk a little bit about what CollabraSpace does. I know you have a product and you have services, but what industry are you in and what do you do?
Yeah, so we're a combination of product and services.
Okay.
The product is a real-time collaboration software product that we market and sell into the federal government. And then we also have a services side. And the services focuses on software development as well, developing specific apps for the federal government.
So organizations buy your software to sort of communicate securely among one another, the data, the process, the people, in sort of this secure Collabra Suite environment? And then you build and integrate and support that with your services as well?
So a lot of people are focused on bringing access to data for everyone. We look at really how do you bring the people together so they can work seamlessly with each other no matter where they're located. So, look at us, we have a series of very strong developers that can either work with our product or they can build something custom for a customer.
So the technology you used and the people, the skills and knowledges and abilities for the product, you can leverage that into other solutions for different customers, even if they're not using your product.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So you've had to shift this company over time. You started off as just a software company, and now you're sort of a software and a services company. Part of that had to do with, I'm guessing, your leadership and your thoughts about where the market was going. So, well, let's talk a little bit about leadership. How do you define leadership? What kind of goes into leading in the software industry? Why does that seem so challenging sometimes?
To me, leadership is just standing up and saying, I'm willing to take on this role or opportunity and get others to follow me and to accomplish a task.
So you started this with a couple guys. It's just you and a couple other guys, right? So you all had to agree that this was something we're going to do. And then how do you build off of that? How do you get people to sort of follow you? Is it the vision that you want to do something? Is it the excitement? Is it the marketplace? What makes people want to follow?
Yeah, when we first started, we basically it was an idea. And it was really gathering up others who thought it was a good idea and were willing to take a chance.
Okay.
And then as time goes on, there was originally 3 of us. There's more work than 3 people can do. So it's really, the leadership part is how do you get other people to come into a 3-person company?
Right.
And that just keeps growing. And eventually, now we're up to 60-some employees. And then on the other side too is you're taking a new product, which is a new technology, a new innovative way of looking at something. You're trying to go out to the marketplace and convince customers that they should use your product.
Right. Trust your product, trust your company. Got it. So you've been in business for quite a while. You've been successful. You continue to win, best places to work and, fastest growing software companies and all these interesting awards. The team that you initially had, you and your founders, and then as sort of an expanded leadership team, what goes into then picking that next crowd of folks? How do you transfer that success that a few of you guys had to now there's folks that are working for customers that you may never see or touch, or at least not very often. How do you know that they're doing a good job, or how do you lead those guys?
Looking at personalities, I think has a lot to do with it. So, what is the personality of that person that you want to go in and lead that organization? Especially you get into a technical world and software world, not everybody really wants to take on a leadership role like that. Some people are very comfortable just writing code all day, and they're extremely good at it. So a lot of it, I think, is choosing the right people, and then giving them a framework to work in so that they're comfortable, they don't feel like they're just left out there to flounder.
So that kind of leads us into the culture of the organization. So how would you define the culture of CollabraSpace? And is it shifted over time? Is it different than it was at the beginning? And do you see shifts that you need to continue to make as whether the workforce ages, or you have to find younger folks, or maybe the skills change with your team? How would you define the culture now, and has that shifted, and does it need to go somewhere in the future?
We always started off with the approach of we're going to hire good people, in essence, just turn them loose. So we want to hire good people who have some good ideas, good technically, and then we're going to let them grow as much as they can in the company. As people go up through their career, I think they're looking for opportunities on where can I move into a role with, more either leadership skills or technical chain.
Depending on what they are, who they are.
Yes,
right.
And we've tried to look at where do they want to go, and how do we help them? Because you're putting them out on a limb sometimes if you're making them in charge of a project. They might not be comfortable with that, but I think if you back them enough and let them know it's okay if you fail here and there, but we're here to help you. And I think that's really what is the culture of the company as we continue to grow.
So that means it's going to shift somewhat, and that means you're probably going to have to innovate, whether it's technological innovation, where you have to do something with your collaboration product to make it meet market needs or technology trends or changes. It sounds like you've done some interesting things on the innovating in the workspace, the kinds of ways to engage employees, whether it's fun stuff you do culturally or ways to sort of train the leads in your business. How do you see that link between success and survival, maybe, and the ways to innovate your company, and how leadership fits into there? How do you glue all that together?
Part of the business is you have your existing customers, and you continue to provide either a product or a service to them.
Okay.
And that just kind of maintains itself. But if you never change, you're never going to get new customers, and you're never going to do anything different. You're going to have the same old model. So I think you have to have some of the company is just doing the same old, same job day in and day out. And then others are always looking at what is the next thing that we can go after.
Okay.
What possibilities are out there in our employees' minds that we can maybe get behind and create a new product, add a new service to our current customers. So I think that ability to get your employees to bring their innovation and then back them and let them, hopefully will allow them to see how their innovative ideas can blossom in the future.
And part of that might be sort of the last thing we're going to talk about is growth. How do you get folks thinking about growth without thinking that, all the boss is talking about is growth all the time? Well, is there a balance there, and how do you do that?
I definitely think there's a balance there. You're right. You can't just. I think if you go off and tell everyone that the only thing that we're interested in is growth, then you're going to lose the good quality support that we're doing with our current customers.
Right.
And then focus on how do we look for those next innovative ideas that are going to help us grow. So there's definitely a balance there, and it's probably something that we struggle with is where is that balance? One of our approaches has been, as you mentioned, we call them business leads. We basically have taken people where we're bringing them up into a leadership role. I'm not able to go to visit every customer,
right,
to make every sale, to interview every employee. So at a certain point, you have to start building a team around you that is able to take on those roles for you. You have to trust somebody else to do that for you, and encourage people to do that. And the same even for product sales. We try to educate our employees on here are ideas that you could bring to your customers to possibly bring in a new feature in a product that they might want to use.
Right.
Or how do your employees go out and try to find us new employees as well? Who's in their network that they know that they can bring to us?
So I got to ask you, did a little bit of research, and one of the awards that we saw was a perennial winner of Great Places to Work. How do you become a perennial winner? On the list 5 years in a row. What's the secret that probably every other company would want to know?
I think one of the things that we're pretty adamant about since the beginning is we listen to our employees. I tell people all the time that, this isn't about me. It's not about anybody else who started the company. it's about all of us as a collective team. And I think behind that, we've been very true to that. We've done a thing every few years we call our culture team. Get a group of employees together, and they anonymously go off and suggest changes that they would like to make in the company. And we take it very seriously.
Okay.
So we review that list of changes they want to make. And you can't do everything, but we take them seriously, and we look at what we can change. So, but part of that, I think, is you can talk the talk, but if you don't walk the walk, then that's where I think it really shows with us, is we're willing to go out and do what the employees are asking.
And it sounds like it's been successful, because not only have you sort of this perennial 5-year on the best places to work, you're also continuously ranked in the Inc. 500's fastest growing company. So it's...
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see people come in smiling every day at work, as opposed to coming in and saying, I wish I was doing something else. So, it's fun to watch a company grow and watch people grow in it, and being able to, meet their needs as they continue through their career.
Yeah.
And all of that actually, in the other side of it, helps the business grow.
Right.
So as people are trying to grow in their careers, you give them those opportunities. Well, really what you're doing is you're allowing them to help you grow the company. In the technology field, there's a lot of turnover.
Sure.
People looking for new adventures and things. And we actually look, and we have quite a few people who have been with the company for a long period of time. So that's great to see as well. Another, I think, indication that what we're doing is working for the employees.
Yeah, and sounds like it's working for CollabraSpace as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ray. Appreciate your time. Ray Schwemmer's leadership at CollabraSpace can be characterized by being a great listener. He's been able to listen to the marketplace and being able to bring a technology and a software that still meets the needs of their customer base. He's also listened to the workforce and found out from them what it takes to create the kind of place where software engineers and people delivering this high technology to their customer base can really thrive.